guys? This is Talk Wrestling in high definition. Thank you all for watching this week. Today's topic is going to be something I'm bringing back for the first time in a long time on this show. It's going to be the top five. I'm not saying it 5 times. Today's top 5 is the top 5 people that I think should absolutely 100% not go into the WWE Hall of Fame, with also a mention of somebody that's already in that I think shouldn't be. Tyke97 actually brought this up for me on YouTube, so thank you very much, Tyke. He wanted to know this. He wanted to know my answer to this. So, the top of everybody's list, I think, and if I'm wrong, correct me and let me know what you guys think, has to be the Ultimate Warrior. Yes, he was a big impact, but it was a big impact for a short term. He made his name known in the late 80s and the early part of the 90s. And then he was gone. He got fired for being an asshole. And then he came back and was fired again for being an asshole. And then, whatever legacy he had left, he went to WCW, threw it away by having those crappy series with Hogan. And all that stupid smoke and mirrors stuff that he did. It was just gone. WCW was a part of that too. But Warrior's at the top of my list, no question. Another guy, and I'm probably going to get a lot of crap for this because he's been through a lot of stuff in the last couple of years, but that's just how I feel, is Lex Luger. Lex Luger, everybody that I've known, or everybody that I've read and listened to has said this, overrated, had potential, but didn't live up to it, and he was just awful, and he was sloppy, and he just was terrible, and, he was another guy that caused a lot of trouble and was a prima donna and just thought too much of himself, and I don't think he deserves it at all. Very much unlike his best friend Sting, who I think should be in the Hall of Fame when they go to Atlanta next year. If they do a WCW Hall of Fame like they're talking about, Sting should be at the top of the list. I don't care if he works for TNA or not. Sting should be right there. Another guy, this is probably going to be a really unpopular one too, because I like this guy personally. I like his act, and I think that he was really over. But you know what? He didn't do anything. He was briefly the king of the ring, but, that was back when the king of the ring didn't mean anything. I'm talking about Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Duggan's shtick was rocking out there with the 2x4, coming out of his mouth, and waving the flag. But yeah, patriotic is cool, but go out there and win a title. Go out there and do something. Jim Duggan, I don't think he deserves it. Another one that, without his tag team partner, he ended up being and he can't seem to get his life together and, stay in ring shape and actually make his mark on his own now, is Marty Jannetty. Marty he had a good singles run going in the AWA, but the AWA told him to bring in somebody to tag with you. He called Shawn Michaels. The rest is history. Shawn Michaels went on to become one of the greatest of all time. He'll be a Hall of Famer for sure. And Jannetty languished in mediocrity for the rest of his career after the Rockers breakup. And now he's, a footnote in Shawn Michaels' career. Jannetty, just, another guy that had all the potential in the world and threw it away. An honorable mention, kind of, and I'll say this because part of me thinks he deserves it, part of me thinks that, he didn't do a whole lot, but he did do a whole lot. I go back and forth all the time, is Scott Hall. So we'll see. 2 guys that are in there now that I don't think deserve it at all. I was going to come up with 5, but I didn't feel like coming up with 5. I came up with 2. First of all, William the Refrigerator Perry. Okay. They went to Chicago for WrestleMania 22, and they felt like doing a celebrity inductee, so they picked Fridge because they had the Super Bowl champions of the year, WrestleMania 2, and he was in the Battle Royal. What the hell did Fridge do besides wrestle in the Battle Royal? Yeah, he did a lot of promotion for the WWE when they were coming into Chicago. He did a lot of, tours with them and everything as far as promoting the event. But who the hell, he had a big impact in the Battle Royal, but who gives a shit? He didn't do anything. Fridge does not belong in there. And sorry to all the Chicago Bear fans. I know a few Chicago Bear fans, and they're pretty vocal. So sorry about that. I just don't think it. And the other guy is Coco Beware. Coco Beware didn't do jack shit the entire time he was with the company. He got fired a couple of times. And, the guy that inducted him, the Honky Tonk Man, deserves it more than him. That's very telling. That's kind of made me go, okay. So, anyway, that's my opinion. It should be yours. We'll see you next time on Talk Wrestling.